Symbiosis is a biological term where two species have a relationship with one another that is essential to the function and usually even the life of each one of the species. And we see something that's very symbiotic in the scriptures when we talk in James chapter 2 about faith and works. In James 2:14 it says, "What does it profit, my brethren, if someone says he has faith but does not have works? Can faith save him? If a brother or sister is naked and destitute of daily food, and one says to him, 'Depart in peace, be warmed and filled,' but you do not give him the things that are needed for the body, what does it profit? Thus also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. But someone says, 'You have faith, and I have works. Show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works.'" Really, it's even deeper than a symbiotic relationship. As you continue reading in this text and you think about the verses that we just read, you can't really separate faith and works from one another. You can't have one without the other. And when it tells us this, I think we have to understand that faith, as it's defined here, is not just a mere mental assent to the Bible or anything about God. It's much deeper than that. There's something much greater about the function of faith that causes us to do the things and motivates us to do the things that the God of the Bible wants us to do. And we have to understand also, when we read this text, it doesn't call us really to do anything spectacular. When you look at the illustration here, it talks about someone who's without food or without clothing. And the greatest illustration used here about faith is someone who's in need, and you and I as Christians help meet that need. That's not going to make the headlines. It's not flashy, but it's how faith and works really, you can't separate those, but it's how they're defined and exemplified. And after all, if my faith cannot get me to do something that simple, then my faith won't get me to do anything.